Hello everyone, it's nice having you once again. You're welcome to another wonderful class in English language, and today we'll be looking at a very interesting topic. Wow, I'm sure you will love this topic so much because it's very interesting. Now the topic is idiomatic expression. Wow, the topic we'll be talking about today is idiomatic expression. Now I want you to pay close attention because you'll be learning quite a lot of things from today's class, and what you'll be learning will be useful for you as you continue your academics. Now, like I said, the topic today is idiomatic expression, and you can also call it idiom. Idiom for short. Idiom is the same thing as idiomatic expression, and it's the same thing as idiom. So when you're saying idiom or you're saying idiomatic expression, you're saying the same thing. Now, you can call it idiom. You can see the pupils in the class learning idiom from their teacher, just like you are learning idiom from me today. So, as I always tell you in my class, I am Modupe Olayinka, and I'm so happy and excited to have you on this learning platform. I'm sure you are really enjoying yourself. Good. Now, what is the objective of this class? At the end of this class, you should be able to define for me idiomatic expression. Then you should be able to tell me some categories of the idiomatic expressions that we have, and then you'll be able to identify idiomatic expressions in sentences. So please, I want you to pay close attention, because when you see an idiomatic expression in a sentence, you should be able to identify it, and then you tell me what category it is. And even if you don't tell me, you should be able to know that this is an idiomatic expression, and you should be able to tell me the meaning of that idiomatic expressions, idioms of the world. Now, let's quickly go. What is idiomatic expressions? Or what are idioms? That's the big question of the day. What are idioms? What are idioms? What is an idiomatic expression? Okay, when I go to the next slide, I'll be telling you more about what an idiomatic expression is. I've been able to get a lot of information for you. I've given you a definition, or I've explained the idiomatic expression in 2 or 3 different ways for you to be able to understand what I am saying. So let's quickly go to what an idiomatic expression or what an idiom is. Now, I said an idiomatic expression or idiom is a group of words which must be learnt as a whole to understand their meaning. You must learn it as a whole. It is quite impossible. It is not possible for you to understand the meaning of each word considered separately. It is not possible for you to look at those words that are used in an idiomatic expression. If you look at them singly or individually or separately, you will not be able to understand the meaning of that idiom, because you'll be seeing the words differently. But when you put them together and look at them as a whole, then you'll be able to understand the meaning of that idiom or of that idiomatic expression. So I'll go over the definition again. I say idiomatic expression or idiom is a group of words which must be learnt as a whole to understand their meaning. It is quite impossible, like I said, for you to be able to understand the meaning of each word if you use them separately. Now, this is the first definition. I'll give you another one. I said more on idiomatic expressions or more on idioms. Now, I said an idiom is a common word or phrase which means something different. It means something different. Something different from its literal meaning. Wow. It means something different from its literal meaning, but can be understood because of their popular use. Yes, it has a kind of different meaning from the literal meaning, but you have to understand it because we have been using it. It's a popular way of speaking, and then it's been in use for a long time. So, but they're different from the literal meaning of the group of words that I put together to make that idiom or to make that idiomatic expression. That is why I told you that it is very difficult for you to be able to understand the meaning of an idiom or the meaning of an idiomatic expression from the single words or the words used separately or individually. So you have to understand it as a whole. So it means something different from its literal meaning, but can be understood because of its popular use. In order to understand an idiom, one sometimes needs to know the culture the idioms come from. where the idiom is coming from, you'll be able to understand it. Then you know what the idiom is actually talking about. Now, I still have another explanation I want to give to you, still on this idiom. Now, I said again that an idiom is a group of words established by usage as having a meaning not deducible from those of the individual words. I hope you can get what I'm trying to explain using different ways I've been trying to explain it. An idiom is a group of words established by usage as having a meaning not deducible. I hope you understand what it means, what I mean by not deducible. That means you cannot get the meaning. That's the meaning of not deducible. You cannot get the literal meaning from those of the individual words that are used. If you want to look at these definitions very well, you see that they all boils down to the same thing. They are trying to tell us the same thing, that idiom, you have to look away from the individual words that are used and try to look away from the literal meaning that is used and try to get the deeper meaning that the idiomatic expression is trying to pass across. I have some examples here. It says, over the moon, see the light. They are all idiomatic expressions. So, look at this example. Look at this example now. It says, get off my back. Get off my back. It's an idiomatic idiom, meaning stop bothering me. Stop bothering me. Then we have another one. You eat the nail on the head. That's another idiom. Eat the nail on the head. You can see, if you look at it very well, if you want to look at the individual words that are used in that, eat the nail on the head, you may be thinking, okay, give me a nail, give me a hammer, okay, let me hit it, or give me a stone, or give me a nail, let me hit the stone on the nail. No, that is because you're looking at those words individually. And I've told you, you cannot deduce that meaning that way. You cannot get the meaning of that idiomatic expression by looking at the individual words separately. So you must be able to put the words together, put the idioms together as a whole, and then deduce the meaning of the idiomatic expression. So, you eat the nail on the head means you are exactly right. You eat the nail on the head means you are exactly right. That means you have said the exact thing, or you have said the correct thing. Sometimes you maybe say, eat the nail on the head. Eat the nail on the head. It means say the exact thing as it is. Don't mince words. Don't confuse people. Make sure you go straight to the point. Tell us exactly what is happening, so we can see what an idiom is all about. Now, can you see that this topic is very, very interesting? Now, let's continue. We have idiom, a drop in the bucket. Look at, wow, that beautiful picture over there. It says, we all got $100 bonus, but that's a drop in the bucket compared to what the management team got. Wow, he got some amount of money, and he now said that amount of money he got is just a drop in the bucket compared to what the management team got. So what can tell me what do you think is the young boy is trying to say using this idiomatic expression, a drop in the bucket? What is he trying to say using this idiom, a drop in the bucket? What does it mean? Anybody want to try? Good. It means they are getting just a meager, a little compared to what the management is getting. You can see just a drop in the bucket. You can see the bucket, the boy is there, and that's a drop. That's just an image to illustrate what they are trying to say in that idiom there. So it got just a drop in the bucket. It means it got just a little of what is being made in that organization compared to what the management team are getting. Now let's go to the categories of idioms that we have. We have quite a lot of them, but I just put these ones together for you. Then in your free time, spare time, you can go and get more idioms and put them under different categories. I have idioms on conflict. Conflict means fight or disagreement or misunderstanding. Idioms on cards, idioms on colors, idioms on food, idioms on money, idioms on hard work. Yeah, we have quite a lot of them, idioms. You can see that beautiful picture there, trying to tell you that we have beautiful categories of idiom. I will go over it again because I'll be asking you in my evaluation. Idioms on conflict, on cats, on color, on food, on money, on hard work. Now let's look at idiom on conflict. I told you conflict means what? Disagreement. Disagree, okay? Means. Okay. Now that is conflict, disagreement. Now when you talk about idiom on conflict, let's look at some example we have here. To agree to disagree. To agree to disagree. What does it mean? To accept, to set aside a disagreement. Maybe if two of you are having a disagreement, you are in a conflict and you are arguing, you now say, okay, let's agree to disagree. What does it mean? Let's accept to put aside our disagreement. Let's agree, both of us. Let's come together and agree that we are no longer interested in this misunderstanding. We are no longer interested in this fight. We want to drop the fight. So let's come together and agree that we are no longer interested in this disagreement. So that's meaning of let's agree. Let's agree to disagree. Then it's another conflict idiom that says pick up a fight. Pick up a fight. What does it mean? Intentionally provoke a conflict with someone. You know, I told you conflict means disagreement. So intentionally provoke a conflict with someone. You know what intentional means? Deliberately. Intentionally means deliberately. So when you deliberately pick up a fight with someone, that's when you say pick up a fight or pick a fight with that person. Oh, look at Wale trying to pick a fight with me. That is doing it intentionally. It's not as if it's an accident or it's accidental. No, he is trying to pick up a fight with me. That's intentional, to provoke a conflict with someone. Then to stab someone in the back. To stab someone in the back. You know, I told you before that if you look at an idiomatic expression, you will not be able to deduce the meaning from the group of words that has been used if you look at them individually or separately. So you must be able to put them together as a whole and think outside the literal meaning of that idiomatic expression or the group of words that has been put together. Now, to stab somebody in the back, you want to look at it and say, okay, stab, you know what stab means? Use a knife, you know, so, or bottle, whatever. But in this case, that's not the meaning. It means to betray somebody. Wow. To stab somebody at the back actually means to betray somebody. Wow. That is idioms under conflict. We have a lot of them here. You can look at them at your spare time. You can have a chip on one's shoulder to add fuel to the fire, to add insult to injury, to have a bad blood, pick a fight with somebody, agree to disagree, dirty look on the war part, stab somebody in the back. They are all pictures of clip art on conflicts, idioms on conflicts. Now let's go to idioms on cats. Idioms on cats. I'll be telling you some of those idioms on cats. Now it says it's raining cats and dogs. Wow, look at that cloud there. The rain is actually falling very well, falling heavily. Wow, it's raining cats and dogs. What does it mean? Can anybody try? It's raining cats and dogs. Wow, that's brilliant. It means it's raining heavily. Wow, the downpour is very much. Water is just coming from the heavens. Good, that means it's raining cats and dogs. That's an idiom on cats. Then we have other idioms on cats. You can say, is a copycat. What does it mean? It means someone trying to copy or something, someone or something that copies, imitates, or mimic, follow the lead of another. When you try to copy, you try to imitate, you try to mimic, or you try to follow the lead of another, often used by children for another children who copy exactly what they do or say. You can say, wow, oh, stop it. Don't be a copycat. That means the person is trying to do exactly what you're doing, trying to mimic you, try to imitate you, or try to copy you or follow your lead. Then you cannot say to the person, no, don't be a copycat. Now you can say, let the cat out of the bag. You can see that all these sentences have cats. That's why I say idioms on cats. Let the cat out of the bag. What does it mean? To mistakenly allow a secret to be known. When you mistakenly allow a secret to be known, that means you have let the cat out of the bag. You may say, wow, Wale or Bimbo, don't let this cat out of the bag, or don't let the cat out of the bag. What you're trying to say is that don't expose or lead the secret to anyone. Now, Has the cat got your tongue? That's the question. Has the cat got your tongue? What are you trying to say? It's saying that what it means is that why are you not saying anything? You can see what I meant when I said you cannot deduce the meaning of an idiomatic expression from the group of words that have been used literally. Has the cat got your tongue? Literally, it means, has the cat eaten up your tongue? But that's not the meaning of that idiomatic expression. It means, why are you not saying anything? Why are you quiet? Do you understand? It means, why are you quiet? Why are you quiet? Why are you quiet? That's what it means. Why are you keeping quiet? Why are you keeping calm? Okay, so that's what it means. Why are you quiet? As the cat got your tongue. Now let's continue on cats. Still on cats, we have to play cat and mouse, meaning to try to trick someone into making a mistake so you can defeat them. That's meaning of playing cat and mouse. Or we can say there's more than one way to skin a cat. You can see we have cats. We have cats. Okay, there's more than one way to skin a cat. There's more than one way to achieve a certain goal. You can get it done in different ways, not just one particular way. You can get it done in different ways. So there are a lot of more than one way to achieve a certain goal. Means you are trying to say there's more than one way to skin a cat. So sometimes you may not just go straight to the normal literal way of speaking. Just use idioms most times when you are speaking. And wow, people will look at you and say, wow, this girl is learning very well. Look at the way she's speaking using idiomatic expression, and your grammar will be very interesting, and people will be happy to listen to you. It will be fun speaking. Wow. Now let's go to idiom on food. Idiom on food. I have one picture here. It says, use your noodles. Use your noodle. What does it mean? Use your brain. Yes. You can say, you really need to use your noodle to solve that puzzle. As somebody trying to talk to another person, you really need to use your noodle to solve that puzzle. So when you talk about noodle, you're talking about a particular kind of food, maybe Indomie noodle or different kind of noodles we have around. So you're talking about food. So that's an example on idiom of food. We have idioms on money, idiom of food, idiom on color. But I've separated. Just give you these pictures for you to see. I have examples on them. When you go later, you can settle down and look at the pictures very well. Now, idiom on money, it says, all that glitters are not gold. Now, gold talks about money. All that glitters are not gold. Everything is not as good as they look. If it's noticed that a friend of yours is always after material things or after money, you can tell the person everything is not as good as they look. You tell the person in an idiomatic way that all that glitters are not gold. Now you can also talk about cash and carry. Now cash and carry also talks about money. You have cash here, so it talks about money. So idiom on money. Now cash and carry means selling something for cash on delivery. For cash. That's supposed to be for cash on delivery. Selling something for cash while the goods has been delivered. Now idioms on colors. Idioms on color example, you have catch someone red-handed. Red-handed, red is red, talking about color. That's to catch somebody right in the act of doing something usually negative. Wow, I caught him red-handed. Means you caught him while he was doing that thing. That is usually, that thing that is being talked about is usually negative. Then you talk about the black sheep. Black color. The black sheep. It means the odd one out. Is different from the others. It's not like the others. It's just separate. It's just different. That's the black sheep. And this one too is always used for negative behaviors. Now idioms on hard work. You can talk about hard work. You can say, I'm burning the candle at both ends. I'm burning the candle at both ends. So what does it mean? I'm staying up late into the night. I'm getting up very early to start the work in the morning. That means you're burning the candle at both ends. Talking about hard work. Then she goes the extra mile. She goes the extra mile. When you talk about somebody going the extra mile, what does it mean? They mean the person is doing more than is expected of them. They are doing more. So when you go extra mile, what are you doing? You're doing more than is expected of you. Then he's pulling down his weight. What does it mean? It means that he does his fair share of the work. You do your share of the work very well. That means you are pulling your weight on that thing. Then I'm buckling down. What does it mean? You know, when the exam comes around, you see people telling them that buckle down here, buckling down, buckle down. It means that we are focusing and putting a lot of energy into a project or a task. You put your energy to prepare for a project or you prepare for a task or an examination. Now let's go to idiom of friendship. Now we have like two pots in a pod. That means they are similar. When you talk about two pots in a pod, pairs in a pod, that means they are similar. Then to bury a hatchet means let's end the conflict. Let's not continue to fight. Then to shoulder a shoulder to cry on means someone that listens to your problem. I need a shoulder to cry on. That means I need someone who will listen to my problems. Then to be as thick as thieves, that means to be very close or friendly. That means to be very close or friendly. Then to clear the air, what does it mean? To diffuse the tension. That means to make something that looks very, very, very difficult or very heavy. To make it look very simple. That's diffuse the air. To clear the air, diffuse the tension. Then friends in high places. Then that means friends who are very important or they are influential. You have friends that are influential or they are important. You say, I have friends in high places. That is idioms on friendship. Now we have come to the end of the topic that says idiomatic expression or idioms. Now let me ask my questions. Let me see, maybe you're going along with me. The first question I'll be asking is, what is an idiomatic expression? I know this one should be very easy for you because I gave you like 3 different definitions or different ways to explain it. Okay, good. Now list 5 classification of idiomatic expression. Just 5 of them. I give you like 7 or so. Let's have 5. The idiom on. Good, food. Now let's mention 5 idioms you know. 5, okay? Definitely. You can just mention I'm listening. Okay. It can be on food, it can be on anything, and you can just mention them randomly, don't worry. Okay. Very good. Now in conclusion, an idiom makes an English write-up or a sentence very, very interesting and fun to read. So I want to challenge you as you go to meet your friends, even within your siblings or your family. Use idiomatic expression while you're talking. Talk to mommy using idiom, talk to daddy using idioms, talk to your sisters and brothers using idioms, and you find out that by the time the lockdown is over and you're out there, you begin to speak like you are just back from the American. Good to see you. Thank you for listening. Bye.